Aluetto, Aluetto, Aluetto. Oh, hello. Thank you for coming. Oh, I'm sorry, you kind of surprised me. You do that a lot, come to think of it. I really need to get better at being aware of my surroundings while I'm doing, shelving and things. But that is besides the point. The main point is I asked you to come over because I wanted to apologise. The last time I invited you over, things kind of went a little bit Lovecraftian. That was not my intent. You invite someone over for a few mildly scary movies and way too much candy. And the next thing you know, you're on a weird little journey into the history of a magical bookstore. And, there's weird Lovecraftian vibes and you're hearing ghosts and there's weird crows. And I'm rambling. Either way, I feel like I owe you a more chill hangout. And, what's this I'm holding? Well, it's a snow globe. You can probably guess where from. It's got an Eiffel Tower in it, and also the Arc de Triomphe, and I think the Louvre there? I don't know. I've had it for a while. It was given to me by a friend of mine who's not really around anymore. But that's besides the point. Anyway, I've always been kind of interested in French aesthetics and France in general. It's kind of a cosy sort of thing. Well, a cosy sort of thing if you ignore all of the revolutions and such. Call me a tourist, if you like, but, it's kind of one of those grass is always greener sorts of things. Either way, I kind of felt like I owed you a slightly less terrifying outing. Because I don't want you to be scared of the bookstore. The bookstore can be scary, but I don't want that to be the main thing you take from this. Oh no, I'm in danger 24/7. Instead, I kind of wanted to show you something that I've been fiddling with theoretically for quite some time, but I haven't actually tried it yet. And my main question is, would you like to go to France with me? Oh, no. You don't have to worry about packing. You don't have to worry about flight times or frankly, plane tickets, because I could kind of afford a plane ticket, but bookstores don't make that much money, and I don't like to spend too much at a time. Oh, okay, that's not charming. Anyway, you don't need to worry about your schedule. You don't need to worry about packing. And that's because you and me can go to France and be back before dinner. I'm excited. Okay, so how do I explain this? Not recently, I've kind of known about this for a while, but I've kind of been too scared to test it. But some of the things I found in Edgar's journal kind of lead me to believe that I can do this. You see, the basics of it is that any place where you collect a lot of books in one space becomes a little bit magic. And this is quite possibly the largest receptacle of that magic in the universe, possibly multiverse. But let's not worry about that. So all of the tiny magic from every bookstore you can think of funnels into here, which is probably why this bookstore is bigger on the inside, and why there's things like a cathedral and a dark wood and a big empty glen within this bookstore, because it's letting out to other places where a bookstore has been or is still. So basically, I think that if I can kind of read the signals right and we walk in a certain direction, we can come out in a bookstore in France. That's kind of romantic, right? I hope that's not kind of overly cliche. Don't want to end up like that one cartoon skunk who's famous for France. Either way, you don't have to come with me this first time. If you don't want to, you can just stay in the bookstore and read in the book nook, and I'll go and confirm what happened and come. No, not on my life. You coming with me? Okay. Good, because I really didn't want to go by myself. Either way, I suppose we'll set off. I packed a little day bag, just in case. I've got snacks, got apple wedges. Have you ever tried Snapdragon apples? I discovered them recently, and they're amazing. Also some cheese. I would do wine, but frankly, I'm not much of an alcohol person, and I have the alcohol tolerance of an anemic toddler. So, if I have a glass of wine, we might not find our way back. No, not to worry you. I'm joking, obviously. Joking. Either way, onwards. Alright, so the main thing I picked up is that if we have a heading, or, like France or whatever, and we walk into the bookstore with that general thought in mind, occasionally the bookstore will oblige. That's kind of what I learned from the journals. So I think we just kind of have to go in the spirit of where we want to end up, and we will reach our destination. So just follow me. If you want to come closer, just, we got separated that one time. I just like to kind of curl my tail around you. I know I do that every time we meet, but frankly, you're just kind of comfortable to rest it on. And, you don't seem to mind it. It's soft, it's fluffy, smells mildly of cheesecake. It's fine. So we head forwards. Let's see. Wonder if, and the journals really didn't say much about this, if it matters what direction we go. We need to stay in kind of positive attitudes. I'm not huge on realistic fiction. It tends to depress me. So let's go this way. Take a left out. Let's see, science fiction, fantasy. This might change things. Let's go science fiction. It's grounded. It's more grounded than fantasy. Probably won't affect things too much. I mean, really, living in the year we do, we kind of live in a science fiction story, so maybe heading in that direction will just make things a bit nicer. And, okay. Oh, I've never seen a stairwell going up before. Okay, well, there's one stairwell that goes up. Goes to my apartment, but that's neither here nor there. Up. Alright. Ha! This is quite fun. When there's not weird ghasts kind of wandering around. Up. Oh, a door. Alright. Let's just crack that open, and look, the sun. Okay, we're in another bookstore. Oh, okay, this one is smaller than mine. Not like it's a contest. It's really dusty in here. Maybe I should take a feather duster to this place. Not to throw any shade. Let's see. A book? Well, I can't read it, because, you know why? It's in French. Hey! Looks like we did it! It's in French. Oh, that's weird. Look, it's a French book of fairy tales. Imagine that. I wonder if this bookstore's still open. Kind of seems like no one's been in here in a while. There's dust on the floor like an inch thick. It's kind of weird. Either way, I guess we should try the door. Here goes nothing. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. There's the Eiffel Tower. Oh, this bookstore's got a prime location. I've got to say I'm a little bit jealous of that. Smaller than mine, better locationality. But we're in France. Okay. Additional question. I hear French things going on, cars, people, but the streets are empty. That's kind of disconcerting. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I got a little flag in my bag. I'm going to put it here so we can see it from the street in case we get lost. Should we explore? I guess we should explore. Huh. Look at that. France. Beautiful, but empty. Kind of strange. Oh, look, there's a cafe. Maybe there's someone in there? Hello? Tourists here. Is there some kind of, celebration going on? Is everyone inside? Nobody's here. Ooh! Oh, look at that. It's a little robot thing. Hello. I'm starting to think we probably shouldn't have turned left at science fiction. Hi, robot. Can you perhaps tell... Oh, okay. Do you speak English? Oh, okay, it's leaving. Boy, strange robot orb thing. I don't know where it's going. This is kind of strange. Still, how often do you have France to yourself? Normally there's like queues everywhere. Do you want to sit? Talk, maybe? Oh, look, it's another robot. Do you talk? No? Okay, oh, touchscreen! Oh, do you think this is where we order? Well, frankly, if I could have a nice kind of French date without having to worry about talking to an actual waiter. That might not be the worst thing. There's croissants. I don't have any French money, which I probably should have planned for. What do things cost here? I think it's nodding. Does that look like nodding to you? Well, you know what, let's just order. And maybe, if they ask for money later, we can run. I'm sorry, that's not a good idea. Oh, you down? You down for it? Okay, let's commit some crimes. I shouldn't say that in front of the robot. Okay, want the croissants? They have... Oh, we could have crepes. You want crepes? I love crepes. Okay, crepes. I will get the banana and peanut butter crepe. And you? Oh, okay. All right, thanks. Okay, it's off. Want to sit? We can sit outside. Okay, let's sit. All right, there we are. I'm sorry I put the chairs on the same side of the table, but I just kind of want to keep you close by. Also, within general tail reach. It's kind of like, I don't know, using my tail as a security blanket for other people is kind of a security blanket for me. I'm not sure what that says about me psychologically, but it's just kind of comforting. Either way, I think when we turned left at science fiction, we ended up in a France, but not our France. Hope that's not a deal breaker. I'm not quite sure what happened, although if I know my sci-fi, I would guess hopefully something good. It doesn't seem like anything's destroyed. I don't think we're in a dystopia. Hopefully. Hopefully it's a utopia. How often do you find that, a utopia? I mean, with the way stories are being told nowadays, you'd think everything was the Hunger Games. No, not to offend Suzanne Collins, she did an excellent job. Still, nothing seems outright antagonistic. So, who knows? You and me in a giant, empty, robot-filled France. As I said on our first date, I guess if you're going to have a magical date, you might as well do magical stuff. Or I guess technological stuff in this case. I'm a bit out of my depth, to be honest. I read a touch more fantasy than I do science fiction, though I do love sci-fi. Anyway, oh, that was fast. He's got our crepes. Okay, you have tea too? Are you a mind reader? Oh, you're an adorable little robot. Thank you. Oh, look how cute he is. Oh, my goodness. Hats off to whoever designed this thing. It brings crepes, so I already liked it, but... Either way, I guess that's what we're doing. We're just having lunch in an alternate France full of robots. So, I don't want to focus on that too much. Why don't we talk? Why am I interested in France? I don't know, the answer to that is a little bit silly. You want to hear it still? Okay, there, okay, I'll just tell you. I don't know. You know, when you're a kid, and like you've got 5 or 6 VHS tapes, that makes me feel old. You got like 5 or 6 VHS tapes in the house, and you kind of revisit certain ones over and over again. Well, when I was tiny, there was this cartoon that used to air every day, and we got a VHS tape of it eventually because I really wanted one. And the premise of the cartoon was there was this big, friendly, fluffy white cat, and they would take kids on learning adventures, but not in the way most of the other hosts would. They'd kind of ask what the kid wanted to do, or find out what the kid really liked, and they'd always kind of keep the kid close and kind of hug them and kind of, you know, have that vibe about them, that they really cared what they wanted, and it was so soft and warm, and I think that kind of imprinted on me. Because, you know, I think that's kind of what everyone desires, that kind of soft, warm presence in their lives. That person who kind of comes in and sweeps them off their feet and says, you know, oh, good morning, darling. How are you today? And when that character said it, and I was like 6, so very low emotional walls, like, when they said that, the look in their eyes just said, I really mean it. How are you today? And no matter how you answer, I will care. And I think I just kind of started associating that sort of cozy, warm, accepted feeling with French aesthetics and kind of French music and the whole sort of French thing. Well, I know that's a very sort of not French way to think about it, but I think when you're young in particular, places outside your own experience can become bits of refuge, and I think that kind of affected me in a certain way, and I kind of started seeking out other sort of French things, Madeline, A Trip to the Moon, and French is such an artistic language and a kind of artistic space, like the Lumiere brothers are the part of the reason that we have film in the first place, and I just find it interesting. And who wouldn't want the main idea of those sorts of feelings that I've stored in France? Like, to be sitting in a Parisian cafe with someone you care about, who, when you look into their eyes and ask, how are you, that you mean it, and that when they ask you the same question, that they mean it. I think that that's important, right? And I think everybody's looking for that. Who wouldn't want that? Whose dream isn't that? To have someone across from them who really vibes with them in a lovely space, with hot food. Admittedly, it might be improved with like a cat nearby, in my fantasy. Like, not like a giant cartoon cat, although I wouldn't turn that down, but like, maybe a pet cat. Would you like to get a cat? Am I asking you if you'd like to get a pet as though you've moved in? I'm going to stop talking, because I think I'm embarrassing myself. But, I guess it's just kind of that. Like, when I was a kid, kind of that lonely in a crowded room sort of childhood, a certain aesthetic stuck out to me, and that's why I find it interesting. Even if this is kind of a stranger version of France than I pictured, it's still nice to be here, and it's nice to be here with you. So, thank you for listening, and thank you for, letting me explore my weird little fixations, because a lot of people kind of say, oh no, that's silly, or oh no, that's stupid, or oh no, grow up. But, I've got access to a magical bookstore, so the sky's the limit, and the only thing kind of stopping me from exploring that is me. And I feel like I'm a better me when you're nearby, because I'm willing to tell you these things, and I'm willing to do these kind of weird things that I never really did before you wandered in. So, thanks. Our little spear friend from earlier is back. Hoi, floating orb. Did you find someone who speaks English? Oh, that's a very big robot. Hoi.
Biological organism.
Biological organism? That's slightly worrying. Yes, I'm made of meat. How are you?
I do not recognize question.
Okay. Either way, we come in peace. I don't suppose you could tell me what happened here.
Question accepted. Start. Interface.
Interfacing? What does that mean? Okay, that technique. Avoid. I think as though they're just uploading the history of this version of France directly into my brain. Oh, okay. That was a bit of a head rush. So, as far as I can see, this version of France is quite a bit like ours, but quite a bit ahead of us. So, there used to be flesh people, as the interface put it, wandering about this planet, but apparently they evolved past the need for their bodies. So they're kind of in the cloud, I guess? So we're basically living in what is essentially a museum for when they had bodies, which is kind of weird. I kind of inquired, while I was interfacing with the weird robot next to us, why they would keep all of this around, and I didn't really get an answer. But if I were to take a stab at it, I kind of wonder if it's nostalgia. Imagine that, nostalgic robots. But I think even though they've kind of left all of these creature comforts behind, part of them still yearns for it. So they keep this place pristine and also equipped for visitors, which is weird. But hey, at the very least, we don't have to pay for the crepes. So no crime committed. Lovely, right? This is turning out much better than my home.
Ticket.
Oh, tickets. Okay. Sorry, a little bit of nugget of information just popped into my head. Apparently, biological life forms, normally from other planets, but we're terrestrial, I suppose, buy tickets to visit this version of Earth. So it might not just be nostalgia, but nostalgia you can cash in on, which is very biologic, I have to say. But we don't have ticket. Okay. Defense mode. That's not great. Remember the part last time something happened where we did a lot of running? Well, I think now is the time to do more running! Okay, there's the bookstore. Okay, run. Okay, so, mostly fun, right? Sorry about that. Next time, we'll hang a left at realistic fiction. In the meantime, thank you very, very much for coming with me. And maybe we'll explore more next time. For now, I did steal the crepes from off they're kind of soggy and squished. But we can eat them with some tea in the book nook while we decompress. Sound good? Good. Let's go.